Procrastination. My advice on how to stop procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time and the enemy of success. Dr. Tim, Professor Tim, he's the professor on procrastination in Ottawa. He did a research on procrastination and he says procrastination is an emotion management and it's not a time management problem. It's an emotion management problem. Dr. Tim says it's not merely avoiding or delaying a task, but it's a tactic to avoid ourselves. So here are the 3 tips on how to stop the procrastination. Number 1, my first thing that I apply to my kids and I is we have a calendar. We write it down in paper that this is in the morning, this is what we're going to do. During the weekends, we set a time to do our math. So we break down our math, even just a few minutes a day, we have that in our calendar. Number 2, we also have a paper calendar. We write it down in a calendar that we're going to play a little bit of piano, a little bit of music. Number 3, and who can forget not to do a video? My kids have it on their calendar, a paper calendar, that they're going to do their big rocks, making videos every day to read about finance, about YouTube, or to read about .com secrets, which is doing a business online. So make a paper calendar, write it down on paper because studies show writing it down makes us more likely to do our task. And number 2, my kids and I break it down in small steps. So we have this big goal. So for example, our big goal is to do all the homeworks. Now, we break it down in small little goals. So we set aside, for example, their English class a few minutes every day, or a math class every day. So we break it down into chunks. So what I do in my apartment business, so I want to buy, my big goal is I want to buy 10 apartment units. So what I do every day, the baby goals I do is, number 1, I set aside 10 to 15 minutes of looking at properties in my neighborhood. And then I set aside 15 to 30 minutes of underwriting that property. What does underwriting mean? Underwriting means I do the math. There is an apartment math. The income, the expense. So what are the expenses associated with that property? For example, electric, gas bill, lawn mowing, snow, garbage, internet, water, sewer, property taxes. So I put that in my calculation. And then, what is the income, for potential income for the property? So if I could rent it out for 1,000 times 12,000, then I subtract that expense. And then, that's your net operating income. And then I try to figure out the debt cost for that. What is your mortgage? Is it gonna be 20 years or is it gonna be fixed for 5 years? What's the interest rate? So that's the apartment math that you have to do. So I put it down in my calendar and I break it down. I also set aside an hour or so, or an hour or more to do my reading on finance, on apartments. So I set aside that block. So I have a big goal and I break it down every day into small chunks. And number 3, there's a thing called Pomodoro effect. Pomodoro. What is Pomodoro? It's setting aside all your focus for 20 to 25 minutes, setting aside that 25 minutes and you're all focused in one thing. And then when you're done with your 25 minutes, all focused to that particular thing, then you're free to do whatever you want to do, which is the fun stuff. You break it down for 25 minutes and all the focus goes into that. So that's the Pomodoro effect. Now, if you're a physician and you want to know more about apartment investing, My name is Ria. I'm a family medicine physician and a geriatric physician by profession. And I wrote the book. It's called Apartment Prescription. It's how I found, bought, and paid for my 50 apartment units. This March 6th, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. March 6th, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be doing a webinar for physicians. If you're new into apartment investing and you want to stop procrastination and you want to grow and scale your apartment business, then join me. DM me directly in my Facebook, or you can reach me at info@apartmentprescription.com. I do have a general admission for $97 and I have a VIP experience for $297. In the VIP experience, I will give you a signed copy of my book and I will do a one-hour coaching with you where all your questions will be answered. I will tailor all your needs to that 1 hour slot. And I'll give you an exercise workbook as well. So, if you're ready to start your investing and you want to stop the procrastination and you're a physician and you want to know more about apartment investing, say join, say DM me in the comment or DM me directly and I'll make sure you'll get the link. So physicians, what cannot wait? Let us go. Let's stop the procrastination.